I am joining you from Florida, and this will probably be the setting that most days that I use for Rooted and Relevant. I know it's been a couple of weeks while we transitioned here to Florida and into retirement, and it has gone smoothly. I enjoyed some time with my kids at the beach yesterday. You probably can tell I got a little bit of sun, and we took little baby Jay to the beach and enjoyed seeing all of the beauty that God has created there, and to be able to spend time with family. Rooted and Relevant is going to take things that are going on in the world, things that are relevant to everyday living, and we're going to apply them to biblical truth and try to find that out. So today I want to deal with fathers. Provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. And that's found in Ephesians chapter 6 and verse number 4. It follows, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother. And in that honoring, it teaches us that there's a promise that God gives, and that is that he will bless you. You can have long life if you honor your father and mother. It's not a guarantee that you will, but it is a guarantee that God is under no pretense to give you years if you're just going to defy what he designed for the very hub of society, which is the family. And so God always does what's right. And we don't get to decide what God is going to do or not going to do. Our days are numbered. He has a purpose for all of us. But there is an important principle that God says that honoring your father and mother is God's design. And by the way, it never ends. And so the authority of parents end when a child leaves father and mother, and the authority ends, and therefore they're no longer under an obligation to obey them at that point. However, honoring your father and mother transcends all of the years, no matter how many you have. But God says it will be well with you if you will honor your father and mother. At least honor the design that God has. Give honor to what the structure that God has put in place for the family, because it is the very foundation to the bulwark of society. And so when we look at this word, fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, it's really a Greek word that gives us the understanding of parental responsibility. So it does also include the mother, but dads, we're responsible to help mom make sure she does this. The responsibility ultimately in the home is going to fall on the man as the head of the home. We're there to come alongside our wife and to help her to do what God has commanded, and that is to train them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. This involves two things. It involves the teaching aspect, and it involves the training aspect. I've given this illustration a few times in preaching down through the years, and I'll use it again, and that is that instruction is data. Training is action. So one time my kids, we had a bunch of people from the church. There was a bunch of church kids with them, and they were running through the house playing different things. And we love that. The excitement of children is a joy. But I heard a door slam. And I thought, this is going to be a trip to the emergency room if we let this continue. And so I said, Berlin boys, come here. And they all marched out. I said, who slammed the door? Of course, they all looked at the one who slammed the door. And I looked at him. Here's teaching. Berlin boys do not slam doors. That's not what we do. What do Berlin boys do? And he repeated, we close them softly. Right. Somebody is going to get a broken finger or a pinched finger, or somebody is going to get hurt. That's why the rule is Berlin boys don't slam doors. So then I said to the one who had slammed it, go over there and show all of these kids how Berlin boys open and close doors. And so he did. Well, that involved the teaching and the training aspect, the nurturing and admonition that we are to teach them. We're teaching them about structure. We're teaching them about function. We're teaching them about authority. We're teaching them about safety. I mean, there's so much that goes into parental instruction that's more than just teaching them the Bible stories and the lessons that go along. We are teaching them how God has orchestrated the family dynamic to function in society. And so, fathers, on this Father's Day weekend, remember this. We have been given the amazing responsibility to provide and to protect. And this is our main responsibilities. And we are to provide nurture and admonition, teaching and training so our children learn how to function in society, how to function within our family dynamic. I hope that's a blessing to you. We are so thankful that God, in his brilliance, defined and designed the family the way that he did. Let me also say this. Rooted and Relevant has to wait 60 days before it can go on Facebook, but it is going to be on YouTube, and I'm going to strive to do this Monday through Friday, making it very relevant to the things. Tomorrow, we're going to look at Israel and Iran. What does the Bible say about this ongoing conflict? What is really going on, and what is it that we are specifically supposed to be looking for and watching closely in what God is doing in the greater scheme of his timetable? I look forward to sharing some things with you tomorrow. It might bleed into the next day as well, but we're looking forward to making Rooted and Relevant helpful to each of us as we consider God's word every day together. God bless you.